Sentinel training open prep starts on December 29th, but really, if you've been on Sentinel, you've been preparing all year long. For the rest of you, prepare effectively, perform confidently. This is programming by Level 3 CrossFit affiliate coaches. Start your free trial now at trainsentinel.com.
Welcome to the 2025 Goai Awards, the greatest of all year. That's a little Rich Froning statue in your top right.
Oh, that's nice.
AI is really good when you pay a subscription versus using it for free.
Did they come up with the Goai name
No,
also?
I did.
Did you go, hey, ChatGPT, I need a word. I need a cool word.
Oh, I need to, at some point, I need to show the avatar Taylor Self face swap that I did, that AI did. It's just ludicrous. So bad. Evening, Ernie. Hello. Right, what we're going to do, I don't know, Chase is supposed to be here. I don't know where he is.
He didn't like that blue jacket you put on him.
Afternoon, fellas. What a great surprise. I feel like I've preempted this show, that I've hyped it. Excited for this. That makes two of us. Oh, there's Dallin. Dallin's in that.
So this is Dallin's profile?
No, I thought that said a black and tan. Oh, Aku Black Dragon. All right. What we're going to do, we did a survey. I did a survey on the poll of the season. I got the answers, and I'm going to ask the guys who they think wins each of the categories, and they make their argument, and then I'll reveal the winner.
I can't wait to argue with everyone.
Chase dead. Has anybody talked to Chase today? He hasn't actually typed. I haven't talked to him since yesterday.
He's deceased.
I mean, weird things have happened. All right, when he gets here, he'll get here. Right, first topic. Oh, one of these in particular is someone could kill themselves. All right, first topic. Event of the year.
I struggled with this one.
Yes, you did, dude. Yes, you did. See, this is the
My
problem with what.
terminology's all mixed up
Hold
now.
on. Now, this is what. Okay, I'm gonna say that CrossFit is the one that messed this whole thing up on this one, because now we didn't know what to call anything anymore. Is it a test? Is it an event? A competition? And what is an event? Is it a single thing? Is it the whole thing? Is it the I laughed when you texted to the group. Okay, so what does this mean?
It's a valid
exactly?
question now.
It was valid. No, it was valid.
It is, but it shouldn't be. So yeah, event was on the survey. The options were the games, Tour Stop 1 for World Fitness Project, Tour Stop 2, Rogue, Wadapalooza SoCal, Wadapalooza. I feel like there was something missing there. Can't remember. And then other. So there's a gap. You could fill in whatever you wanted. And some people... So I posted at the start of like mid-December, early December, and someone said, why can't you vote for the World Fitness Project finals? And I was like, because it hasn't happened yet. I want to pick Wadapalooza next year. So yeah, that wasn't an option. And I toyed with adding it in at the very last minute. Like this closed on Christmas Eve, and I toyed with adding it in on the 22nd, but I was like, it's actually just a farce, because even if they get one vote, it's like, oh, they only got one vote. It's like, yeah, they was only added 2 days ago, so this is just as it should be. Thank you. You can buy this shirt.
Good stuff.
If you just DM me, I've got 2 or 3 of them left. Yeah, what a way to waste a vote. There was so many ludicrous votes. Like 2,000 people did it, which was pretty crazy. And what was more interesting to me is not one single person did all of the survey. I thought that was astonishing, that not out of 2,000, not one, not even close, not one did all of the questions.
So in my case, I skipped questions.
So you're one of the 2,000.
Yeah, how many didn't? No one did.
Nobody did, yeah.
No, 0 people did it.
Yeah, so you're one of the ones too. Fuck you, Bill.
Do you not think that's crazy though? That like I thought at least like half would do it all.
To that point, there were a lot of questions on there. It was
Yeah,
like,
but
oh,
they're
cool,
all
I'm
just
going to
like
answer.
tick,
Yeah,
tick,
yes,
tick,
yes,
tick.
yes. Yes.
So like
Sure. I
for
don't know even who's on that. Oh, Chase coming in 10 minutes, he said.
for
Oh yeah.
the questions I didn't like, I was like, other people will have answers better than I can come up with on the spot. There are certain things that I just don't.
Okay,
like,
no, you're
I
thinking of a
don't.
different survey. So I gave you a different survey that had gaps to fill it, like fill in the blank. It was like, what is the best event? And I didn't give you any options. This was the public survey that there was 5 or 6
Oh,
options
okay.
each. It was like there was 10 males and it was like pick the best male. 10
Mhm.
females or enter another one. 0 people did all of the survey. And I don't care, but I just thought it was really weird that. And I thought there was one where it was like most disappointing athlete, and I thought, right, people won't do that one.
They overwhelmingly did that one, guaranteed.
But that's not even close to the one that people did the least of. Like some
Okay.
people went on and just did one question and then nothing else. Like when I was like, I'm voting for Hiller, and then left. And I just thought it was really weird. Anyway, I am 1,000% certain I answered all of them. You didn't, because it shows me how many people did the survey and it shows me how many people answered each individual question. And none of the numbers for each of the individual question matches the overall entrance in the survey.
That is so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Okay.
awesome. How many
want-
questions did you have that you gave out to the general public?
Oh, I can't remember. However many we do in this show.
I mean, it was less than we did or than we had or more?
Similar but different. It was they were kind of weird, worded differently and whatever else. All right. Event of the year. So the public options were as I listed. Can't remember. Bill, what was your event of the year? Now we want to try and keep this under an hour, Bill, and this is question 1. And you like to pontificate.
Okay. All right, I won't pontificate. I didn't have any of the ones that you listed, so mine would be in the other category. And it was the Mayhem Classic.
Okay.
I thought that was the event of the year because it started off the year that CrossFit and all the fitness people that are in the space needed. So that's why I picked that one.
Okay. Interesting. Maybe a bit of you're kind of riding the wave of the Rich Open announcement as well.
No, I wasn't like Chase. I mean,
Okay.
Chase was walking around with a little like boner the whole time, but like I thought it was great.
Chase is that anyway.
I know. I think that it was just the fact that it started everyone off on such a high note, and it wasn't a high note where everyone had big expectations and it failed. I think there was a lot of expectations and everyone had a good time with it, and there was a lot of good races and there was a lot of good stuff that came out of it. So and that was the first step, and it kicked us off for the rest, I think. So I think that was important.
Okay. So Mayhem Classic for Bill. Tyler?
I think I went with the Syndicate Crown. And I know that no one else will agree with that.
Can you tilt your mic towards yourself? I think that's what the issue is.
I never
new
know
here, it's
which
okay.
way. Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
A lot of people will not agree with the Syndicate Crown, and I understand. But like when I was thinking about the big events, nothing really stood out in my head of like, I will remember this in 10 years, except for Syndicate. And a lot of that is because of my proximity to JR. But I do think that the programming there was more exciting than any other programming that existed. The fan total wasn't off the charts, that like in attendance there. But I think the vibes were really cool. I do like that it's sort of like the last standing regional. And it was fun. Like I got to have the most fun there. I think the fact that we got to do our first semifinal, like as a crew, was really cool. You got to see a lot of content.
Were you there in person?
Syndicate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
I'm joking.
I didn't see you at all. What the heck?
So, but it's really more of a mark on all the other events of like nothing really. There was not a single memorable overall competition that happened this year, event that happened this year, to me.
Interesting. Sorry, I just as you were talking there, I realized that I phrased my confusion with the survey wrong. It's not that not one single person did the whole survey. Sorry. It's that not one question was answered by everybody who did the survey. That's what I meant to say. As in, none of the questions everybody answered. Do you know what I mean?
It's
Like-
the same thing, right? Though.
Isn't it? Yeah, I think
No,
the
it's
same
not. It's
thing.
not. I'm saying that not one single person did all the questions. What I should have said was not one single question was completed by everybody.
Oh, I
Like
see.
not even close. Like 800 under for all of them. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah,
I just thought that was weird.
What was the
Anyway.
one that I want to know at the end? Like, what was the one question that got the least answers?
the least.
Okay. All right. So I've gone for an unusual theme with the awards. How I've done the awards, and you'll see why for the second award. So the event of the year, the 2025 GOI event of the year, was the CrossFit Games. So it's an employee of the month theme. The CrossFit Games, was overwhelmingly voted. Let me get up the stats.
as it should be. As it should be.
Well, you didn't pick it.
No, I didn't. But I mean that I thought about that a lot. I mean, I was like, to me that was an obvious. That's
What do
my
you
opinion.
think? What do you think the percentage vote was?
75% for the game.
40.
65.
Yeah.
Which I thought was like really high. Second place, Rogue Invitational, 22%. And then Wadapalooza Miami and Wadapalooza SoCal were third and fourth. And World Fitness Project Tour Stop 1 was voted fifth by what I can only assume was drug users.
Drug users.
Honorable mentions for Torian, Syndicate, Crash. Yeah, and that was like there's little slivers, like it's like a pie chart, but they're little teeny tiny little, just like white on the pie chart because there's so many different colors. So 65% the CrossFit Games. I think I mean we've talked about it as not ad nauseum, I guess, but it's people have said that it's what we needed, and in the run up to the games, everyone's saying here's what we needed to be, and we needed to do this, and we needed to do that, and there's definitely shortcomings, and I don't think those shortcomings are going to be fixed this year. It's largely like financial and location based, and arena based issues that people have. I think the media was much better, the output was much better, the competition was exciting, the male side, the female side. Like you had Lucy, that's the first time T has been pushed really like ever. And I just thought it was it's cool, man. Like it was exactly what we needed. Hopefully, wouldn't it be great if they just got a bit of money?
I'm shocked that the World Fitness Project got
Any votes?
kind of.
Also, that's really recent. So the last time I checked it was the games, Rogue, Wadapalooza, SoCal was third. Wadapalooza Miami was fourth.
Okay.
And then it was like a total mix was fifth, as in there was no discernible. So since finals, that one has gotten more votes. So I reckon people went on to vote for the finals. The final wasn't there, and they voted for Tour Stop 1 instead. So I guess that's just a vote for World Fitness Project. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But like Indianapolis was a lame vibe on location. It was weird. It was quiet. The light thing, I understand from the like home viewing perspective is weird, but like there it was cool. I do give them marks for that. Like it is cool. But the competition, like overall, I think is kind of boring. Nobody competed in the other divisions. I can't fathom why you would actually vote for it, besides the fact that you're just like buying whatever you're being told to buy.
I think it is a vote for it in general. I think that's how I read it, especially because it jumped late. So I think people went or watched the finals, which were really good. Like in person, they were really good, really enjoyable. Online, I mean, there's definitely issues. Like, I don't think the commentary team is particularly good by and large. I don't think the broadcast is particularly good. It doesn't transfer well online. There's definite issues, but they have a huge ceiling. If the owners of that don't give a fuck and just want to keep throwing money at it, that can be huge. But it'll just never have the same
weight.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think that your comment, Ty, about the what you thought Syndicate was. I think what's hard is every single event, none of them were individually that spectacular. I mean, in all reality, it's all of the things that are attached to it, all the little dangly balls that are attached to it, like the games. What is the game supposed to be? Crowning the statement, crowning the fittest man and woman on the planet, and getting that recognition and having that recognition. I mean, even Rogue, like Rogue is cool, but to say that it's the second greatest event of the year, like I mean, like the perspective from where that's coming from. Like if I was an athlete and I got a lot of money, it's like, yeah, that was a great event because I got all kinds of money out of it,
Yeah.
I thought the broadcast was good and stuff like that, but like the greatest, like there's so much. I think it's such a weird subjective criteria because it's like happiness. Like, what's greatest mean? Like, what does that even mean? And that's why even like with mine, with the mayhem, I came from a total other direction. But that's the thing that stood out to me because that was the only thing that made a mark. I'm expecting the games to be the games. I'm expecting Rogue to be heavy and
if we ever
shooting.
do this and the games doesn't win, we're fucked.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, and everything else will just start to fall. Like if the standard dips so much that isn't first, you can only assume that the standards across the board are going to dip, or that it will just tarnish them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
The one last thing I wanted to say about the games was it almost like it's harder for me to rank it high because of how high I hold it. Like it needs to meet its own mark that nothing else can has to be compared to. And so when I think it's flat, like I think the games this year was like a base hit or maybe a double. It wasn't like a home run or even a triple.
And it every time that they've tried to do that, it's been a miss. You know what I mean? So like they needed to have a nice square hit right down the line, nothing fancy, just check the boxes so that we know that everything was a success. Not trying to overdo ourselves, just trying to make it happen.
Right.
So I agree. I agree on that.
All right. So CrossFit Games event of the year. We've done that one. Can delete that one off my little list. Right. Second one. Male athlete of the year. Before we do this, right, let me tell you that the percentages. So the winner got 40, just over 40%, like 40.4. Second place got 20.9. Right. Third got 14.5%. Fifth got 7.1. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And sixth got 5.4%. So quite large jumps between each of the people, each of the men, each of the they, them. Right, Tyler, who do you think?
I voted for Hopper, but I was torn. I was torn between him and Sprague because Sprague really has had a phenomenal year. But Jason winning the fittest on earth, like, and the way what he came back from and like how long his trajectory's been, like I'm giving him the male athlete of the year.
That's fair. Bill?
I had Hopper too on this one. Just the way he carried himself through. I mean, obviously at the games, I mean, he was amazing to watch. And the other thing that's really crazy about Jason and when me and Chase had our show about the machines, the attack of the machines and the games and all that, when we looked at that, you would have thought that Jason won because of all the machines. But when we went back and really analyzed everything, that really wasn't the case. There wouldn't have been a change, even if we would have changed some of the things of the machines out of those different events, which I said at the time on our show, I'm like, well, that took the little asterisk right off of Jason's like championship. Mm-hmm. And what I think makes it better is that Jason is a big dude to win the fittest on earth. Like it mechanically speaking, he should not be that guy. And he is a monster compared to every games athlete that we've ever had, like champion that we've ever had. And the way he's done it, the way he's carried himself, what he's done through the season, competitively, and then, social media wise, and being silly and being open, and even the stuff he's done on, whether it's been on Sevon's show or on Boys Interrupted show. He is a great guy for that spot, and I'm stoked he's there. He earned that, all the pieces.
Lucky.
Oh, hi there.
Hey, my bad.
Hey.
We're just going through. So the games won event of the year, and we're going through male athlete of the year. Who is your pick?
My pick for male athlete of the year, based off the whole year, is James Sprague.
Elaborate.
That dude's resume this year, starting at Wadapalooza, coming off what he did at the games, what he's done at events where you would say he was out-programmed, things like Rogue, WFP, all that. Like James, and then to get third by a point when he could have got second. If like James solidified his legitimacy. I mean, we've been saying all year to say it, not say it anymore, but like James, to me, what he's done all year, best athlete of the year for the men.
And off the back of what Bill said about Jason not looking like, I mean, James is the same. It's like you
Right.
last year, like for the last number of years, you look at him and be like, this guy's fucked. Like he has no shot. And he just keeps getting stronger and stronger and more powerful and more powerful. And he keeps getting better at stuff he sucks at. And it is really impressive to watch. Unfortunately for James, he didn't win.
Oh no.
So Jason Hopper is your male athlete of the year, and also the inspiration behind the employee of the month style photographs. If you search Jason Hopper,
It's his Clemson photo.
I was going to say,
who has won the CrossFit Games. This is the first image. This is the Google homepage image that pops up, and it's fucking hilarious to me. So I saw this photo and I was like, well, I guess we're doing employee of the month and everybody's going to be in a suit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty impressive, like what he did to win the games. He podiumed at Rogue at the end of last year. He wins the games. And as well, I mean, there was so much shit talked about him. Like he was hyped up so much at the start of his career. Like, this is the guy. This is the next. Oh shit, he fucking bombed. He got like buried by a fucking whatever you call it. Not a flip sled. What the fuck is it called?
Oh, the pig.
The pig.
Yeah, he got buried. He's fucked. He's useless. And then there was the sandbag or the whatever, the fucking, oh my God, the stone. Husafell bag. He got buried by that, and he's shit, and he's never gonna do it, and he's useless, and then he completely switches his life around, goes back to what made him good, goes home, stays at home. And I just think it's really incredible to have all that pressure when he started out, and then all of that shit thrown at him when he didn't live up to the hype that other people and the pressure that other people put on him. Yeah, I think it is really impressive what he did.
And not just like people, Dave Castro.
Right.
Like Dave Castro is the one that started the Hopper hype.
Yeah.
Because after he won the MAC, I mean, Castro went on camera and was like, this guy's going to win the CrossFit Games. I know him when I see him, because he would talk about when he saw Rich for the first time, when he saw Matt for the first time, or when he's like, to put that on Hopper as basically a rookie.
Yeah.
It's that's a good point. Like
and he had his fucking Nike contract, like right out the gate. He was a Nike athlete. It's like, cool. So I just have to make this worth Nike's while and everything will be fine. Like, it's just so much pressure.
What's even more nuts is like, Jason's like in person, like he's a football player, like through and through.
Oh, dude, he's so goofy. It's awesome. He is a goofy football player for sure.
But he's gotten more centered as a person. Is probably a good way of saying it. Like the hype of Hopper hasn't gotten to his head. If anything, he's gotten more humble as a person. Like he's grown in every way as a person and as an athlete into like what I thought he would become. Like when you see an early athlete and you're like, they have all the pieces, they just need to put in the work. Few of those people ever actually come into fruition on what you think they can be. Who was the basketball player at Kentucky who got drafted ahead of Jordan? he got drafted ahead of Jordan, and everybody's like, dude, he's the second coming, and he immediately gets hurt, and he had a terrible career. That happens to most dudes. It didn't happen to Hopper, even with the whole HWPO thing, where it's like he gets the worst thing, and he moves back home, and he doubles down and he like gets to the top. That never happens. It never fucking happens.
If it didn't go that route, I don't think that Jason would be Jason. I mean, because you watch the way that he is so silly, and what's even cooler is how confident and fun he can still be with Sevon. It used to be that athletes were like, "Get me the hell away from Sevon. I don't want to answer any of these questions because I am afraid of what might be asked.
Some of them
afraid
are
of the
still.
situation that I'm going to be 100%. But he doesn't shy from that. He's like, man, I'll play the game with you.
I think he did for a while. I think that's part of what makes me like him so much is that he did fall, like he fell into that
fell
trap
for it. Yeah.
And then he grew out of it. He kind of realized like, this is fucking stupid. Like I'm holding myself back.
Yeah.
And he just let himself be himself. And I think it's much, right.
But it's growing into that position.
Is this like David or not like David?
It is like David.
So Sam Bowie.
No. Sorry, it's not like David.
Sam Bowie.
Sam Bowie.
Bowie. Like the thing in the sea.
Like the Bowie knife.
You gotta swim out to the buoy.
Sam Bowie.
Yeah.
Where is that fucking comment? Employee of the month or coffins? I deliberately put that fucking bush there. So it looks like a wall.
That's one of those decorative things they buy you when you die.
Yeah. All right. Next up. Female athlete of the year. Sorry,
This
I'm
one
moving
had to
around
have
like
been
a
a
fucking
landslide.
Rubik's Cube.
If it's not a landslide, people are.
If it's not a landslide, and who I think it is.
Sorry, actually, before we do that, I should actually go back. I'm sorry. I reneged. What I should have done is said, right, so Hopper got 40.4%. James Sprague was second with 20.9%.
Damn.
Colton Mertens was third with 14.5%. Medeiros was fourth with 7%. And Dallin was fifth with 5%. And let me just check. Jeff Adler, Austin Hatfield, Ricky Garrard was eighth fittest. So whatever metric you're using.
Damn.
Eighth fittest. All right. Female athlete of the year. Landslide chase. Who's the landslide for?
Lucy Campbell.
I can tell you it wasn't a landslide.
Really?
Book one. Yeah, it was fucking close.
Yeah, it's probably. All right. I'll say this. If Lucy won, that is a landslide effort over the greatest CrossFit athlete of all time. And so the casual voter is going to go Tia. And if Lucy beat Tia, that's a landslide effort, in my opinion, right? Those who know the sport, watch the sport, and have seen what Lucy might have the greatest single season
ever
since the GOATs, right? Like you're not going to beat Rich Froning, who won the Open Regionals CrossFit Games. You're not going to beat the Matt Fraser, who done the same thing. The Tia Claire Toomey's like, those are who we're talking about. Lucy Campbell had that level of a year coming
after years out.
Exactly. 2 years out on a wrist injury where she would have never supposed to compete again. And doctors wouldn't even operate on that injury. Because
she debased herself to commentary, guys.
Which she's also very good at.
Yeah.
She's also very good at. So yes, that's mine.
All right, Tyler, are you in agreement?
Yeah, total agreement. Like, and for me, like the commonality you'll catch across all of these is like the story really matters to me most. In her injury playing that huge role, she never expected this, and then people doubted her all the way through the season. Even at the games, I was like, no, she's not going to get like top 3. I was like, knowing everything she had done that season already, I thought it was fluke after fluke after fluke, and she pulled it off at the games. I can no longer ever doubt her ever again.
I think the thing about her as well is because even like I really, really like Lucy. Like I really enjoy her company, and I think she's a great athlete. But even like one event to go at Wadapalooza, I'm like, she's fucked. I don't know how she's fucked, but she's fucked.
Yeah.
And every event was like that for the whole year. It was like, I mean, something's gonna happen. Like it just can't be. Just there are no fairy tales. Like I mean, gonna break her other wrist, or she's gonna the fucking straps and the rings will break, or something. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen, but she's fucked. It's pretty incredible. Despite like willing success for her, but just having this feeling of like, it's good while it lasted.
Yeah.
Bill, are you the same?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I went back and forth. I think one of the questions you had on there was the most surprising. So that forced me to kind of go, oh, dang it. But it was the most fun with the most excitement. And the thing is that like when you have Tia, who is the GOAT, who is expected to crush everyone and basically does exactly, it's boring. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's like you're not thinking anything spectacular about it, even though yes, she is the best female of the year. But like you got to go with, I mean, Lucy's story is amazing, and every single time at every single event, she's like, "What? What? I didn't even."
Even
Was that
when she
me?
finishes
Was that
like
me?
the fucking
I did that?
pegboard,
No.
as she's celebrating like she won the games. Like that's what you want in the sport, is someone who's like, you want that her energy and Harry Lightfoot's, and you want that shit where it's like this really fucking mad, like playing for the shirt, like that. It's I get this opportunity and I really fucking like it.
Mhm.
Yeah, Chase, your fucking notification sounds are on, so we can hear your.
Sorry.
All right, let me reveal to you.
It's not
My
as bad
sound
as
sounds
Greg's,
weird. I think
Chase.
it's because the soundproof the sound absorbing pads that I have on the wall are now not
Over absorbing.
covering the wall because the desk is different.
Oh.
All right. So I can tell you that the difference between first and second place was 1.2%.
No way.
Wow.
So 40.6% of the vote went to Tia Claire Toomey, and 41.8%.
Oh, let's see.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, look
The
at
bow
that.
tie. The bow tie is killer.
So yeah, Tia had 40.6, Lucy had 41.8. At the start of that vote, so the more people did it, the closer it got. At the start of the vote, Lucy was on like 68% for the first, it was just a huge gap. And then as more and more people started doing it, I guess people were like, well, she won the games.
Right.
Like I can empathize with the logic they're using.
Yeah.
But for you guys' argument about James, like Lucy is the female James this year. Who has somehow peaked for the entire 12 months.
Yeah.
And every competition she's done, she's surpassed expectations and surprised people, even though it should become no longer a surprise.
Right.
People are still like, wow, I can't believe it. She won Wadapalooza. Wow, I can't but she just won Wadapalooza. Of course she's going to do well at this one. Yeah, but still. And it's like, wow, I can't believe she just like qualified. But she won Wadapalooza, and like, why are you still surprised by this? But it's the same with her and the same with Sprague, where it's just like, it just doesn't compute for some reason, but it should. I mean, like, we have enough evidence now that it's not, you can't have that many flukes, right?
But it's the same. So, but with that argument, then I mean, here we are picking Hopper, and it was like, well, but James had that Lucy Campbell kind of year, I mean, that's what made it hard. What's the most surprising athlete question? And I don't know if that went out to the crowd or not, but that's the one that threw me, because I was like, well, shit. Now what do you do? So
when I was
but I
talking
agree
about
with Lucy.
the CrossFit Games and like the season, and nothing will stand out as far as the events go, when I look back on 2025, I will remember Lucy Campbell. It's Lucy Campbell's year.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Biased crowd because of how many CPW shows she was on. Yeah. that's I mean, partially true. I will say, so when doing this, I got as many different outside my usual realm of contacts to share it as I could, because I wanted it not to be that case, especially in the later on questions about podcasts and YouTube channels and all that stuff. I wanted it to be, well, of course they're all going to vote for Sevon, or of course they're all going to vote for, Taylor or whatever. I wanted it to be like a broad spectrum, rather than our group that's all on the spectrum voting for it. So, but yeah, and no, I'm not wearing a priest robe. I'm wearing one of these dashing Coffee Pods and Wads shirts that you can buy. All right. We've done our male. We've done our female. And now we are going to... How did I do this last time? Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. Okay, right. Right, we're going to do our most disappointing athlete of the year.
Ooh.
So
All
this
right.
one had a box. My phone just died. This one had a box to fill in. And I sent it to Google Sheets. It was on Google Docs, and I sent it to Google Sheets, and I copied it all and pasted it all into chat and said, can you collate this into, like, can you count these votes?
Oh.
And it came back and said, this is an absolute mess. I was like, what do you mean? It said, some people are, so like, say Raptus got a couple of votes, but he was like, RAPTIS and RAPTUS, is that the same person? And like, you know, it's just names being spelled wrong. Some people giving reasons, but not full reasons. Some people saying the first name, not the second name. Some people saying the second name, not the first name.
Oh, God.
So it took us quite a while, us, like it's a fucking person. It took the fucking internet and me quite a while to go through and actually figure out, because it got over 1,000 votes.
Damn.
I think the second most votes went for this one, and it was difficult. And also, fuck you, people on Reddit who said, "Oh, well, this is definitely going to just turn into who do we hate the most?" Because it did. No, it didn't. All right, I'm going to try and find a charger.
Then.
Chase, you start us off this time. Who do you think was the most disappointing athlete?
So when I think disappointing athlete, it's because of the expectations and the height that I care about this athlete. In a sense, is like when I think disappointing, I don't think I don't like this person. It's that I expected more, I've seen more, and they didn't present more in the season. So with that being said, and I don't think anyone can argue this, especially the person that I'm about to say, is that Haley Adams for me was the most disappointing athlete, because when Haley gets to the CrossFit Games, it's top 5 or die. Right? Like that's what she's done.
Haley doesn't know you exist, Chase. She's not going to argue.
Okay, that's fine. And whether she does or not, but like, and that's because is that she's been top 5, I think almost every year she's competed individually at the CrossFit Games. So she got 19th this year. She withdrew every major event, not every, like she withdrew from every big W event. She didn't have the best kickoff to the, like Haley just wasn't Haley. And it was evidence from the beginning of the season. And the reason why it's disappointing is that I really enjoy watching Haley Adams compete. I think she's a hell of a competitor. She's proved her worth as an athlete, as a teen, and an individual, and we just didn't have that this year. And so to me, that was disappointing from a fan's perspective of not getting the Haley that I know that is still there.
Isn't it absolutely nuts that she signed a pro contract to go to a single event? That's fucking crazy.
I wonder if this is like, nope. Yeah, I was like, all right,
that's crazy.
It's disappointing, right? I like to see peak Haley, and we just didn't have that this year.
Tyler?
Haley's a really good pick.
Good
My expectations for Haley have been lower over the past year. I don't know if I got out ahead of everybody else.
That's actually a bigger insult than picking her as the most disappointing. Being like, she's not the most disappointing because she's disappointed me so many times.
No, I love the WFP move. I think it's cool as shit that they were just at Disney World. Like character points, she went up in my book, but like athlete points, she went down. It's the same thing for me, Chase. Like it's not that I don't like the person; it's the expectations I had going into the season. I was trying to rewind because, like, when we do these end of the year shows, you have to put yourself at January 1 of last year and what you were thinking. And I remember about through the open, it was Alexis Raptis for me. I thought she was going to be top 3 at the games, and just competition after competition, she fell flat. And so, yeah, Alexis Raptis.
Is that an I or you?
I. Raptise, as they used to say.
Raptise.
You know what's sorry, Bill, I'll listen to yours and I'll just tell you something that I think is really weird about people's votes. Right, go on. Bill.
Disappointing is always, I went through a couple different people on this one as well, because one, it's like, okay, athletically speaking, just whatever they're looking like throughout the year, how they're acting throughout the year. The person that really bummed me out, and I'll use that as my disappointing meter, was Brooke Wells. And it was, I mean, one, the way she performed, but two, it was more like, okay, you are an elder stateswoman of this sport, and okay, fine, you're gonna retire, cool, whatever. But just the way she handled things, like when it came to the way she moves, the way she responded when people called her out on that, it's like, man, you you carry this name CrossFit on you, and it's made you who you are. And yeah, okay, why don't you just, if Hiller's going to talk crap about your burpees, which were crap, why not just go, dang, you're right, they were crap. Like, and then get like literally pissed at everyone that is part of Hiller's group or Sevon, whatever. I mean, like the way it went down at Syndicate, why she said hello to me was shocking. I was expecting to be like, well, okay. I mean, I thought we were always cool, but like, oh, she just said hi. And I know that everyone else, like she's avoiding everybody else that's there. And that just, that disappointed me, because it's like, man, you're way above this. You're way above this. You don't need to be like this. You've been here for a long time. Compete, smile, wave to the crowd. If you're going out, go out on a high note with everyone, not on a negative note on everyone, or the only note that's going to be a high note now is FWP. Like that's your high note. Like, whatever.
Didn't she start her career and end her career that way then? Like, didn't that happen with Craig Ritchie? She fell out with Craig Ritchie because he made a video about her with the capacity thing. Remember?
Well, okay. Well, that was
it was a real circular narrative to her career. So she lands on the world, the CrossFit stage, through movement criticism and not being able to handle feedback and push back on it, and getting
I mean, and that was okay. Granted,
stepping away from it and hiding, and she did the exact same thing at the end of her career.
That was one of the greatest mistakes that CrossFit has ever made, is by saying that here we are, the standard is the standard, but she showed capacity, so it's okay. We're going to let her go, but we're not going to let this person go, and this person go, but that person can't go. Like that was a massive thorn in the crown of CrossFit for sure. And she just happened to be in the middle of it.
Fucking everything. Isn't it fucking crazy?
That was it was with Josh.
That was
Josh
that was
no, it was the two of them that year. It was like 2 years later or something, the handstand push-up thing.
Yeah.
Hers was like shot on a potato from
50 miles away.
That really bummed me out. I was disappointed with her. I was really disappointed with her. And the fact that that's how she's going out, that's disappointing.
That's funny that you went with like a character pick over an athletic pick.
Well, because if she would have been more like, if the athleticness would have been more like on point, like again, I still expect her to have her big wins, and I didn't really see him, even though she won like at Syndicate. I didn't see her smashing stuff and just crushing people. I just didn't see it. Everything seemed flat or like just enough to get in. I mean, she's one of those athletes that like doesn't have to try real hard but can still get in. You know what I mean? Like she's the John would always talk about Becca Voigt. She's not that great. She's just good enough to get in, but doesn't mean anything. It's like top 40 in the world or whatever it is. Like you're the statement you're using is crazy. But we expect to see Brooke do amazing Brooke things, and I didn't see that. So that knocked the athletic part down. And then after that, it was all drama. It was just all dumb shit on her way out. And that's that whole thing. Maybe it's parentally, I'm thinking it that way. That's just disappointing. That's what it is for me.
I think her athletic performance didn't do enough to overshadow that stuff. And I think other times it would, like other years it would have. But it did sort of feel like a farewell tour, not this is my last chance and I really want to go out on a high. It was just like wave and smile, or smile and wave.
Smile and wave, and don't be pissed off at everything. Like why get all bent? If you are going out and you're going to smile and wave and just be like, I'm here to have fun, then have fun. But if someone's going to talk shit about your movement, be like, dang, good call on that.
But like, I guess if you're surrounded
buried that
by
conversation
people
right there.
who, you know, are not capable of viewing things that way, and are in your ear saying like, yeah, you're right, you should be mad. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to go through the top 10 because there's some interesting names. Remember who I said was in the top 6 or 7 of the male athletes of the year, right? So Guima Hieros is 10th, most disappointing. I think the reason he's not higher is because of Tyler's logic of, I've been disappointed so many times.
Right, I agree with that.
Ricky Garrard is 9th most disappointing. And he's also 8th best, which is weird. Pat Vellner is 8th. Brooke Wells is 7th. Jeff Adler is 5th. No, 6th. And he's 6th best
Weird.
as well, which is really fucking weird.
It kind of makes sense the more you think about it, because people
Yeah, when you think
expectations are
they're
high.
obviously thinking games,
Yeah.
and everyone else is thinking, well, Rogue was good. All right, 5th, Dallin Pepper. Where is Jenny's comment where she says someone needs to check on his welfare? I think Dallin will win the games. I think the reason that he's there in 5th is because people expected it to be this year.
Okay.
And that's it. The people just had huge expectations for him, which I'm sure he had of himself. He didn't meet them. And then people are like, well, that was disappointing. I love you, Don. All right, 4th, Laura Horvath. And the mostly tied to, so the ChatGPT is great. Skipping or abandoning the games and letting opportunities slip. They're the 2 reasons that most people gave. 4th, Austin Hatfield. Consistent theme, pulling weakness, not breaking through his ceiling. I think the reason he's so disappointing is because John Young spent 2 fucking years telling everyone he's going to win the games, and then everyone believed him.
Dude, I bit that hook, line, and sinker. Like, and I'm still biting it. I believe in Austin so much, and it was a little bit disappointing. But I mean, like, if you got to go through your Hopper arc, go ahead.
That's good.
So what did I say he was? He's 3rd anyway, whatever he is. He's not at 3rd. He's 3rd. 2nd, Alexis Raptis. Almost every comment referenced injury frustration or poop stuff. Very much a we know how good she is situation. She's probably fallen into that camp that Tyler said about Haley, where it's like she's just flattered to deceive so many times now that I'm kind of like, all right, well, like I'm really sick of watching her compete and hearing the commentators say, we know what she's capable of when she's fit and healthy. And it's like, cool. Like, I know what I'm capable of if I'm the fittest person alive. Do you know what I mean? It's like, just fucking doesn't matter. Like, if you can't do it, you can't do it.
So.
Not you.
No, I'm just kidding.
Just
if she gives me one inkling that she's back next year, I'm erasing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she'll eat a fucking yogurt and it'll all fall apart. All right, but the most disappointing athlete of 2025, with a large majority, it says here, by far the runaway winner. The tone wasn't hate, it was sadness. And that's written in italics for some reason. Fans expected a rebound year and didn't get it. Haley Adams, the most disappointing athlete of 2025. Can't really falter it. I mean, she quit the World Fitness Project after signing a contract.
Yeah.
It's going to be disappointing for them, I guess. And yeah, I think a lot of people were like, after last year, when she came back and with the, what's her name, the Marios, and it was like, oh, here we go. Like, she's back on. And then she went back to Mayhem, and that was kind of like, oh, interesting.
Right. Yeah.
And then just didn't, I just don't think it's the number one thing. Which,
I was shocked she made the games this year.
Yeah.
Honestly. Just by how she started the season with like first open announcement was like, do people even remember that she was a part of that?
Wow. Yeah, that's actually, I genuinely don't.
She was in 25.1.
Yeah.
God, I completely forgot about that.
Buried off to the corner.
All I can see is the shorts.
Yeah.
I can just see the Rich Froning shorts and everything else is just a blur.
Like whatever. I don't even know what happened to the Mayhem Classic. She was there, right?
Yeah, she just didn't.
And
she said she was not peaked for it. She wasn't planning
right, which is fine. Like, hey, play your race. You got to the games. Listen, Haley, you qualified for the freaking CrossFit Games. That is elite. But other than that, we didn't have a Haley Adams that we've had. So yeah.
She was the Graham Holmberg when he showed down with Rich in like his last open announcement.
Yeah.
People like I cannot wait for people to be like, did you see what they said about Haley Adams? That they put up a picture of her wearing a fucking horrible suit and said that she's the most disappointing. And I mean, like, by any metric, you can, and it was a public vote. People could pick whoever they wanted, or they could have not voted out of protest. But it had the second most votes of all the questions asked. And it's not coming from
photo you've had so far.
It is. She looks amazing. And there was fucking terrible ones before this. I put in 15 pictures of Haley Adams to get it to look this good.
And this is an Andy Bernard body.
She looks like she's 7 feet tall in this picture. I don't know how. I don't know why, but she does.
She's just like a Mormon. Yeah, I think like people will inevitably say that, like, you're being dicks or whatever. But it's sort of like, I mean, it's a fucking sport. And if someone has a reputation and competes in the sport and doesn't live up to their expectation, like Hopper didn't, and like Dallin also didn't this year. Do you know what I mean? You set a bar that's so high for yourself consistently that if you fail to reach that really ridiculously high bar that you've set all the time, people are going to be disappointed.
Well, and the thing
it's not
is
saying that you are shit.
It's public disappointment. We had high expectations, so we are disappointed in what she did. And she might be like, hey, you know what? That was exactly what I thought I'd do this year. That was all the energy I wanted to put in. I trained the way. I'm hanging out with Austin. We're going to Disneyland. I'm having a great time right now. So for her, she's not disappointed. And whatever the reaction is by people, I mean, she can take it however she wants to take it. But we are saying with that, it is we are disappointed.
It's as positive as it is negative.
That's all how you frame it.
I'm being pretty negative about it. I think she had a really shit year.
Yeah, but you can look at it and
that's based on what we
thought. The entire
Our
community believed in her at this level, and she didn't come up to it. So it's like they believe in you here, you just didn't meet it, and so it's as positive as it is negative.
Yeah, and like people will say, "Who are you to judge?" You've not like it's literally all we do. It's never stopped us before.
The judges.
Well, if you're asking who I think is who is the most disappointed, well, you're asking for my opinion. That's what that was. You were like, could you please give me your opinion on the most disappointing athlete of the year? So.
All right, lighter and brighter. Male social media of the year. What dude? What guy?
Ooh,
easy. Easy.
Oh.
Okay.
Colton. Sorry, okay. You paused on that. I didn't know if you were going to keep going.
What are your
or what.
thoughts, Bill?
So you think Colton? Let me get up my stats.
I think Colton, and the reason I think Colton is because I haven't seen there are other social media posts that some of the athletes have put out there, like Jason doing his and Dallin doing his stuff or whatever, but those are like, generally speaking, pretty few and far between. Every single post that Colton puts out has some sort of a dang, dude, that was funny, or oh shit, he did this, or wow, he did this thing, or that. There's a shock value to it, whether it's a comment, whether it's an action, whether it is a day in the life sort of thing, whether it's a comment back to someone, whether it's a drop in of the mic sort of thing. Like that guy's social media. I said this, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago when Colton was really trying to make it to the games. And I'm like, look, the thing is that Colton will never win the games. But if someone ever picks him as an athlete to like sponsor, they're not picking him to win the games. They're picking him because that guy's name, it doesn't matter if he wins. People will always back that guy. He's always ready. He's always willing to throw down. For being such a quiet dude, he's got such a quick wit.
Ooh, that's a good one.
He's like by far this award right here.
He's one of the very, 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 very few athletes. Like there's probably like 3 who will spontaneously share that they're going on a podcast or that someone put out something about them or whatever without being asked or without, a mention of it. Like I've had him on the show and he'll make a reel and post it or a story and post it. Going to be on this show, blah, blah, blah. Before doing it. He does it for sevens and he goes out there. I don't know of any other athlete that does that spontaneously off the bat. Some do it if you ask or if someone asks them, but he does it like just because he's a good guy. Tyler, who's yours?
I thought about the Colton, Jason, Sprague, and Dallin mix.
Kay Lehman?
I like each of their bits independently. I think Colton works harder than the rest of them. So I went with an outside pick. Somebody who like was really memorable throughout the year for me was the Mayhem crew. They had all of their reels that they made preempting podcasts were all clickbait. They were all killer. Rich had several clapback reels One in particular being when Spin posted that thing about the team that was actually from a different gym that was, going under Mayhem, and he shows them the phone and kicks them out. Like, that shit's so good. And like, they took chances. They constantly take chances, and they like create a lot of interest in the sport and what's going on. And so, and like, to be able to tell the story of like what's going on at Mayhem all the time is really hard. And they made their page interesting.
And they do it without ever actually saying anything, which is really remarkable.
Yeah, they say everything in that 30-second reel.
Yeah. Chase,
that's a good one.
Who's yours?
I'm gonna go with Colton Mertens. I've just enjoyed the dry humor, and it's just like Bill said, it's just this subtle little thing where someone's on a podcast talking about too short for box jump overs, and then he just makes a reel immediately, but then he like. But then, like the tripping over the box part, it's been great, and seeing him just go back at other guys like him and Dallin and Taylor, like all those kind of things. I've really enjoyed Colton's stuff that he's put out this year.
Percentages. What are we looking at? 5% exactly between first and second.
Oh.
And then a huge gap, a huge, like Grand Canyon gap. So 37.7% was the winning percentage. 32.7 was second. 10.2%.
Damn.
Was third. 9% was fourth. And 3% was fifth. So you had James Sprague in fifth. Dallin Pepper in fourth, Justin Medeiros in third, and you had Colton Mertens in second, and Jason Hopper in first.
Jason Hopper,
which I think is deserved. Like everything that you guys are saying about Colton, Tyler, your answer was fucking stupid because like
you didn't specify athlete.
I mean, it was in the thing, but yeah. The doesn't say group social media. Anyway, everything that you're saying about Colton Mertens is absolutely true, and his social media is consistently good, and his social media is off the cuff and free, and he says things that other people wouldn't say, and he posts stuff about himself that other people wouldn't post about themselves, and he mocks himself, and he attacks people, and he takes attacks, and he's just really entertaining. I do think that Jason had the best social media this year, largely I think because I said he didn't have it last year. I think that's what inspired him this year to really up the ante. But no, if you look at it, right, if you think of social media, so Boys Interrupted, like that's on YouTube, that's social media, that's done really, really well. All the reels off the back of that, the shows that they've done at events and stuff, his place among that, like the hot chip stuff, all that stuff.
The hot chip is so good.
The bye reel.
Oh, yeah.
God, I forgot about that one.
Those are the only two you think about, though, right?
No, hang on. Bill. If you actually listen, Granddad, if you fucking take your head out of your ass and actually scroll social media like the rest of us. So he did. I commented. He put a video of himself of putting on a swim hat and it kept slipping off. Right.
Yes.
And he made a reel about it. And I commented. He said it was when he had his bleached hair. Right. And he said, how do you protect, like it's supposed to turn green, how do you protect it? And I commented on it and I said, just dye your hair green, problem solved. That comment has like 12,000 likes or something. Where someone liked it the other day and I was like, I wonder how many people have liked that. And I clicked onto it and I was like, Jesus, how many views has this reel got? And it's huge, like the biggest, like it's enormous how many views it's got. It's almost like Danny Spiegel on Sevon's page views. It's crazy. But he has all of that stuff. He has the stay out of the comments stuff. He started with Hiller. He has the jeans video with Hiller, like that stuff. And that's what it is like. It's just someone brings you an idea and you say, yeah, cool, I'll do it. Or you think of your own idea and you do it. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be as consistent. Like I'd be interested to see how many views his page has got over the last year versus how many views, Colton's has got, who's more consistent and more like fluid with it. But I think the thing that makes me think he deserves it this year is because of how much he has improved compared to last year.
Fair.
Like it's crazy how good his like
That
he is a bit freer. Like he is still seems a bit concerned with opinion, but he's a bit freer. He's willing to make a tit of himself. He's willing to make fun of himself, like doing the push-ups in the fittest on earth medal, all that stuff. Like it's funny and it's taking the piss out of himself, and I think that's what people want. And the new Broflex shit as well. Like I mean, it's all it's just building this huge like juggernaut persona thing, and I think it's really impressive what he's done.
Let me ask you, do you think that like the new Broflex stuff I think is good? Do you think that's more of a Hiller thing or a him thing? Since CrossFit hasn't used, this is something that Hiller's talked about. If you're not going to use Hopper, then screw you guys. I'll use Hopper.
But it's still using Hopper though.
But does that mean that it's his social media, or is
I because he's in it, and he's willing to make fun of himself and to do it, and then he's collaborating.
I mean, it's cool. I think it's great. I think it's great, and I don't disagree with anything that you're saying on that, because you're right. All those, and his platform is getting bigger, so you're right. There are going to be a lot of hits on things that hit.
So it was Bye was gay as hell, but it got huge engagement.
To even just like put that out there takes some balls.
Right.
And that's why it's not Hiller.
Imagine how many takes it was. Was it Rick Jones filmed that? He must have wanted to kill himself. Like it must have been just so many times.
That's why I say it's not Hiller or it's not Rick, is because Hopper has to say yes, but then he also has to deliver. He has to do the bye thing. And so it's like you could do that with any athlete, but they're not going to pull it off. They're not going to have the spirit behind it that Jason wants to put it behind it. So yeah, you've sold me.
And I want to say this.
No, I agree.
The I'm not going to tell you to do the Gene mock video was my favorite reel. I couldn't tell you another one that I have off the top of my head. Like how Jason delivered that entire thing of, I'm not going to tell you to do CrossFit. Like it was perfect. It was the perfect reel. It was the perfect tone. I don't know how he did it, but it's all time for me. To be
5.5 million views on that, on a video putting a fucking swim hat on your head. But the thing is, you know what Hiller's always talking about? He put up a reel today talking about it. If you flick through his best post or whatever, towards the end, it's like, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I want views, because I want attention, because CrossFit needs attention. And if you look at Jason Hopper, I don't know what his motives are. I'm sure it's like sponsorship obligations. It's increasing his value. It's increasing his worth. It's probably just to entertain people. But regardless of why it's happening, it is bringing attention towards CrossFit, because what are people going to see when they go to his page? They're going to be like, what's this fittest on earth shit? And it's like just a mass exposure. Like 5.5 million people is a huge number of people who are definitely not all doing CrossFit. Do you know what I mean? And then you have even the videos, the stuff that he does at Dallin with where they were like basically farting into each other's anuses.
Bro,
and the baby in the blanket thing.
Forgot about
like
that.
They put out, if you look back through the year, they put out a huge amount of shit, and it's really some of it's really good, like really, really good. And it's reaching an audience that has to be, just by numbers, has to be largely external. That they are then hopefully bringing some of in, which is what we need.
The plus to him is he is our absolute best. I mean, he's our fittest on earth, and he doesn't take himself too serious at all. Like if you look at all the other world champions, and I'm talking about in other sports, you're rarely going to see someone being that goofy and that silly and that.
Can you imagine a world champion in any sport coming on a fucking debate show with Taylor Swift?
Right. And I think and Hiller's talked about this. Like he is our greatest resource right now. He's our champ. And if you can get him to, when you see the absolute fittest on the planet, where all of a sudden they are just goofy and silly. Now it's not, that's the CrossFit's not scary. Hey, anyone can come in here and be a goofball and be silly and just like come in because we're just going to laugh at dumb shit anyway. It'll be fine kind of a thing. It is for CrossFit the greatest thing that CrossFit has for it right now that's out there, because it'll make people laugh. It'll make people go, oh, I'll go check that out.
I don't want this to go to Hopper's head, but I had this thought a couple of weeks ago of the embers that are left of what CrossFit used to feel like and how cool and new and all that stuff. The people who are carrying that, like a lot of that burden is being carried by him, Dallin,
James,
Sprague,
the whole Boys Interrupted crew,
Colton.
man.
Like they the community owes them a ton because they're breathing a shitload of life into what's going on.
I agree. All right. So male athlete of the year and male social media of the year. He needs a second medal.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
All right. Female social media athlete. So fucking hell. Female social media of the year. For context for this one, the winner 40%, second place 20%, third place 12%, and fourth place 11%, fifth place 4%. Tyler, who do you think takes this one?
Danielle, just by living life.
You sound like such a perv.
It's funny because it's not even really our social media. It's everybody else that makes their life. Thanks, Jenny. But I love the, what is it? You can either burn out or fade away. I love those characters, man. The burnouts, and she's one of them.
Hey, everybody loves a fallen star, right?
I do. I just love them, man. They burn brighter.
I'll post face Tyler's answer by saying, if this wasn't an athlete, Jenny should win it. If it's just female,
yes,
who's on social media, like the videos on the daily or near daily videos, what are they, every second day? It's crazy the engagement they get. The reels, like she has a huge pull on social media, and she puts so much work to start from just nothing and then build it up. Like this is the year of dents. Was 2025, I think, if we're not looking at the athlete ones. Yeah. All right. So Danielle, Chase.
This is a boring vanilla answer, but I've just enjoyed what Tia's done this year. I feel like she's been out there more. She's had, like, obviously the content's great. And I would like to say is as great as Jason was. I know my pick was Colton. I think Colton still gets my nod because he's just doing that by himself, dude. He doesn't have a team making all this stuff. Now Tia has a team, but just her content all year has been great. She's been more loose. She's been more fun. She's been more, I would say, relatable, more just a person-to-person content, and all the stuff leading up to the games that she started, the koi stuff and the pregnancy announcement. So I've just enjoyed Tia's social media this year a lot more than usual.
Missionary of answers. Yeah, I will say Tia really fucking pissed me off. It was last year and this year. Will I, won't I compete? Am I not? Like all that. I was just like, just fucking say. I get why it's happening, but it's kind of like, come on. Like, I mean, this is taking the piss. She did a shit ton for CrossFit as well this year, though, Tia. Yeah. Like, she did a lot by aligning herself with Dave, but like all that stuff. Like, so like she was a real leader, which I think was really impressive.
It was a SoCal. She was like screaming at the team, even though I'm like, just make sure you're talking to yourself too. It's like you.
I'll forever be indebted to Tia. They did a reel for Heat 1.
Damn.
And I was just looking for something basic.
Yeah.
And they put Tia in it, and she sold it. And I was like, man, I never asked for that and would never ask for that. And she did it for free. She's cool as shit. I agree, Chase. Hers is really good. She's become like, I like seeing her cuss and like act like a normal person. And like she has fun, and she's showing a lot more of her life, but not like too much behind the scenes to where it gets weird. I would agree.
Per your answer. Right, Bill, who's yours?
I went with DB, man. How could you not? Like, it's like I don't like get into watching like trashy TV shows and all that kind of, like, I don't have time for the drama, but like in little snippets as you're kind of going by your screen of her knocking on someone's door or
mainly through Jenny, though. Like, you don't see that yourself.
Nah, it's very true. Very true. But I think that and this goes off kind of what Chase was talking about, like with Tia this year. It's the first year. Hold on, I'll get to it. I'll circle it back around. It'll make sense. I'm weaving right now. The last couple of years has been all commercials. Every time she opens her mouth, it's a sponsored commercial, whatever. This year hasn't been that. She is cussing. She's normal. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, okay, fuck yeah, Tia, right on, cool. Now we can talk. It's not just, you're not just trying to sell me grips or whatever. With Danielle, it's not always workouts. Like, you just see the most random stuff that you're like, right. Well, there's an athlete that is like it is truly like a day in the life of an athlete. Not Instagram where they're trying to only pick and choose certain things. It's just fucking the shotgun shell. It's everything, man. It's what I'm drinking. It's I'm drunk. It's I'm training. Here's my dog. Here's this dude. There's that dude. I'm getting pissed at this person. Are we not allowed to get pissed at these people? I'm gonna get pissed at these people. It's funny, dude.
It's a trip, dude.
And it's all someone would let them, dude, and it's all real. Like the fact that someone would like open up the door that wide. It's like, you are
that's a good.
You're
point.
either a very unintelligent person. I'm not saying that she is an unintelligent person, or a very confident person in yourself that you could open up the doors
both.
that wide and be like this.
Little
All right, I'm gonna put it out there. You can say whatever you want. You know, I mean, like that's, I'm leaning on the confident person. I'm just saying.
What's funny is like
not saying that she's unintelligent.
Who her managers are, that they're trying to stop a lot of this.
I bet they've given up.
They I think she has people in her corner that don't really want Danielle to be Danielle, and it's like, dude, stop trying to wrangle a stallion.
I would say they
just
did.
let it be the stallion that it is.
I'd say 3 years ago they were just like, do you know what? Just do whatever. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I mean, Rad are going to make a fucking documentary out of you no matter what you do online. So just fucking do whatever. I don't care.
I just think for the girls, that everything is so contrived on the women's side. Usually, just social media in general, and hers is not. Hers is, this is what it is right now.
We love you for that, Danielle.
Absolutely.
It's the wrong comment I put up here.
I did not call her intelligent. I said it could be either this way or that way. Is what
none of you have mentioned
options.
None of you have mentioned at all in any of what you said who the winner is. So in 3, 4, I need this one.
Because we don't care for it.
I know.
Yeah.
In 5th, Brooke Wells. The mind boggles at who would like. You talk about things just being advertisement. It's like a fucking billboard.
That's it.
4th, Tia Toomey. 3rd, Amy Kringle. I'm guessing mainly because she's absolutely yoked. 2nd, Danielle Brandon with 21%. And in 1st place, female social media of the year. Let me just see. I actually don't think anybody. Yeah, a big shout out to Corinne. Corinne.
Oh,
she is really, really funny.
Yeah.
Nope, not Danny Spiegel.
Did you say Ariel yet?
No, Ariel Lowen is the winner.
Yeah, that's okay.
Wow.
I'm not surprised.
And I understand it because she is basically the Colton of the female side, but she does it it's methodical. Like what she does is methodical. She goes on TikTok. She goes on Reels. She sees what is about to, like, she's really good at identifying what's about to hit. And she'll get in on the trend just as it's taking off. And she does it so consistently. And she does it for brands that she's working with. Like, she does loads of Paper Street Coffee content, but it's not like, buy it. It's not that boring, fake, like, advertising shit. It's like somewhat engaging and entertaining. So then you're kind of like, oh, like, I don't mind it. Do you know what I mean? It's not like Tia's stuff like a couple of years ago where she was like, whoever
change the shoe every 6 months.
And yeah, like it's just not like that. It's not like just a link in the story. It's like an entertaining, funny reel. It involves her daughter, her husband, her training partner, whatever, and it's funny. And she puts in a shit ton of work, like really fucking works hard at her social media. And it's largely because she was like, I think, successful, but just like a mom, and like she wasn't valued the same way that like the really young up and coming athletes were by brands. So she had to find a different way to attach value to herself to make her desirable for those brands. And she's done it really fucking well. Like, it's crazy impressive. She basically just built herself up on that side of stuff from nothing.
She followed
and it's really good.
well too. I thought like anything you'd see trending. Oh yeah, there she goes. The one I liked she did recently was the biting into air video clips that she did.
Yeah, with the donut or whatever.
Yeah, WFP, but then she didn't make it, so she just had a donut. I was like, all right, that's good. That's clever.
She's really good at getting on those trends, but like I find that when those trends start, I get by the second or third day, I'm like, all right, please. She's good at doing it before that moment.
Early enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Early enough. Like she's already done the thinking of things I achieved this year and the backflip gymnast, you know, like that thing that happens every year, but she's done it early enough that it's like, it's not, this fucking, if I hear another fucking 3 words of piano, man, I'm going to fuck my phone into the lake.
Oh my
like it's
God.
not at that stage
that
yet.
one in particular.
It's really annoying.
Isn't the new one the like a Fleetwood Mac song? Or is
It's
it-
both of those.
Yeah,
It's
it's
got-
two of
it's
them
not
together.
that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also don't have the 2026 or 2025 season comes to a close. We haven't had those yet, which are going to be fucking
We
annoying.
did have one today.
Oh, great. But yeah, I think the thing is, like, she does not get the same money
She earned
for
it.
just being around. Like, she doesn't get the same money for athletic performance away from the competition floor, we'll say, like for being as good as she is at CrossFit as like, you know, Danielle Branham would, or as, because she just doesn't have the same appeal to the mass audience. So she's found a different appeal. She's forged her own path, which I think is really, it's really impressive. All right. I don't know. She's pretty happy that she won that. Okay. We're getting there. Coach of the year. This is an interesting one to me.
This was a hard one.
I don't think it should have been hard.
I think it's easy.
I thought it was easy. Chase, who's your pick?
Shane.
Okay.
See,
Okay. So Shane brought all of Australia to Proven. A lot of newcomers all in the mix. And what he did with Jay Crouch, what he did with Maddie Sturt, just that career resurgence for her.
Lucy McGonigal.
Lucy McGonigal. Number one for me, what he did was what he did with Olivia.
Yeah.
To put Olivia on the podium when no
Is that
one-
him though, or Tim Paulson?
It's the same.
Is it though?
Is it? I don't know. Whatever. But I put the top dog at the top.
Yeah, fair.
At the top of the list, right? Like no one's doing anything without Shane knowing about it. They can't.
Yeah.
And if they are, then you guys got a weird satellite program that I don't know what's going on. I mean, obviously the Hepner's still a part of that in some way, but Shane, and I want to even put T in the picture because that's a cheat code. I'm looking at what he's done with the pieces around him. Obviously, Ricky, third or second place?
I think as well, what's impressive about Shane is that a lot of people have said for a long time, well, anyone could have you know what I mean? Like that's been the argument. But now there's actually a bit of a churn happening with the athletes, but they're all improving. Even, you know what I mean? Like the new ones that are arriving, like Ricky is coming to the end of his career and he's still improving after joining Proven. Olivia, you know, was being held back by her own shortcomings and has improved since joining Proven. Lucy was at the top of the team game, joins and improves. Like it's a consistent improving of everybody that comes.
Right.
Which is crazy. Bill.
Oh shit, blanket. Who's Jason's coach?
L.
I put L down mostly because I was kind of fumbling around. I was thinking kind of what Chase was thinking because I was thinking Proven for the camp and all the athletes that were there. I still have a hard time saying Shane, even though all the points that you just brought up, I was like, oh, okay, I'd buy off on all those. Those are all good ones. Those are all good points. But I went with L because I think that working with Jason, getting Jason to be what Jason is this year, I think is that's huge. Even though Jason's had a lot of other people that have kind of put into that, you know, JR and some of the other people that he's been around. But I think that's I got to give it to him.
Chase has to go and get his kid ready for something. He'll be back in a few minutes. I'm guessing that's what all the texts were about.
Yeah.
Okay. Tyler. So one for Shane, one for L.
I'm also going to go with Shane, which is funny because Chase and I were coming at this, I think, from two different ways. I considered L, I considered Torres, but then when I thought about Proven, Shane has done the one thing that no other big name has been able to do. Two classic examples of this are Matt Frazier and Adam Neiffer. Adam Neiffer is an easy one because he has an athlete, a prominent athlete right now. He's not taken what he's done with Justin and really pulled it off with any other athlete. The big one being Matt Frazier. He was the best of all time and could not get another athlete for that to work for them. Shane took whatever recipe he has and all the knowledge that he has for Tia and applied it across a huge swath of athletes. So while L's athlete won the games, Shane did the impossible thing, which is take the fastest thoroughbred you've ever seen and use it on other thoroughbreds who are not as genetically as superior as Tia is.
Yeah, it's interesting. Okay. Right. So first place had 41%. Second place had 26%. Third place had 15%. Fourth place had 6%. And fifth place had 3%. And the winner of Coach of the Year is Matt Torres.
Wow.
And I think that the reason that Matt Torres won is the same reason that you guys are arguing for Shane, which I think is a great argument for Camp of the Year, but I don't think it's a good argument for Coach of the Year. Because, there's an argument of, well, I mean, Kiefer's not going to do something without Shane knowing about it. It's like, no, but he probably is, because Shane is going to bring people together that he trusts to run the camp.
Sure.
Like Tim Paulson, Kiefer, Nick, everyone who's coaching people, the same way Matt has. Like, I could not believe that Elle didn't win this. I just couldn't wrap my head around that the coach of the athlete who improved enough to win the games,
right,
and podium at Rogue, and then doesn't win Coach of the Year. And then my second thing was Lucy Campbell's coach should win it. But I think the reason he didn't win it is because nobody really knows who he is, because he's just like some guy to people.
I think the same's true for
So he came
Elle.
fifth.
No one knows
he came
who Elle
fifth.
is.
Justin came fourth. I'm guessing Alexis Raptis, or not Alex Gazan is the link there. Elle came third with 15%, Shane second with 26%, and Torres first with 41%. Don't get me wrong, Torres is a really good coach. But also one of his athletes got Rabdo this year. You know what I mean?
That's not on the coach.
That's
Come
not
on
the coach,
now.
but yeah.
Come on now. I hear what you're saying. I just didn't think us not picking Matt, I mean, obviously he was picked, but I mean, the three that were on here that didn't pick, isn't saying that Matt isn't a good coach. I think it's just trying to figure out.
If you're involved in this conversation at all, you're an amazing coach.
Dude, yeah. I mean, you're around the best athletes that we know of. Trying to single that out, that is hard. And I did struggle with that because there are a lot of good coaches at Proven. There are a lot of good coaches at, with Brute. But when you get to the small, when you start seeing that it's more of a one-man show, one-person show, whatever, depending who you're working with, a one-man show that's working with that athlete and they are improving that athlete. Not that they're in the system necessarily. And so that's why I went with Elle, because of what was able to go down with Jason and how that was. Because I know that those coaches that come in, like any of the coaches that have gone into any of those camps, they're not in that camp and bred to be a proven coach or a brute coach. They're brought over. It's like, hey, we got some athletes. We need some help. You're a great coach. Bring in what you know, and we can all flourish this way. Yeah. I don't think Shane is like,
as Evan would say.
Yeah, if you will. I don't think Shane is saying like, hey, no, you're not going to do that with that athlete because we don't do that here at Proven. I don't see that happening.
The reason I picked
Shane, 1 second. What do you mean category should be better defined? Coach of the year. Who is the best coach of the year? Category has been misunderstood by people, is what you're saying. If you're talking about, people are technically voting for camp. It's not that the category should be better defined. People just think of Matt Torres when they think of anyone at Brute. Mm-hmm. People think of Shane Orr when they think of anyone at Proven, because they're the face, the forward, like the spokesperson basically for it. And I think there is an argument to be made about, so Matt Torres has, say, James Brigg, Dallin Pepper, Fisa Gaffey. I'm trying to think, he has someone else there. I can't remember. And Shane has Maddie, Jay, Tia, Lucy,
Ricky.
and Ricky, who all had an amazing year. So if you were looking at it based on, it should be maybe Shane or L are the people it should be between. If you like, you know what I mean? Because
Right.
L has the athlete who won the games, but then so does Shane. And Shane also has athletes like Ricky who improved after joining, after already being really good.
We had
Emma
how many
Lawson, thank you.
athletes podium? 4.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't even write Shane into this one. I just said Shane. I forgot who I actually put down, and now I remember. I don't know if you've already said him, like in the top 5.
Who?
Adam Knifer.
He wasn't even in the top fucking 10.
Just purely on turning around Justin's career and taking on Danielle Brannon. And her still getting 4th at the games with a 0.
Yeah. Well, he took her on and then he shipped her off to someone else. Didn't he? What's your man's name? What's the guy's name? The fucking strength guy.
Yeah. I can't remember his name.
Oh, I can't remember either. Anyway, Matt Torres, obviously an amazing coach, and nothing that I've said is going to detract or intended to detract from any of that. But Kringle is brute, but only recently, and she's not coached by Elle or Matt. She's coached by Fraser, her coach that was her coach before. Amalgamation.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. This should be easy. Camp of the year. Which is, I think what people were maybe voting for with coach of the year. Maybe.
Could be.
Especially because they're largely the same results. I know they're not really. There's some, I'll tell you what, looking at these votes, there's a lot of retarded people out there. Right. Who's first? The camp of the year. All right, okay, just by show of hands, who's going to vote for brute? Who's going to vote for proven? Okay, I think, yeah, like what proven have done is fucking nuts, and what brute have done is equally nuts. Like both scenarios are ludicrous.
From a coaching standpoint, yes.
But proven from a behemoth of business.
Yes,
is
that's
unmatched.
what sets it apart.
Yeah, because they have loads of affiliates doing their programming. They have loads of athletes doing their programming. I didn't even know.
Are we going to leave out Mayhem from this conversation?
They'll
be there in a minute.
Global dominance.
But proven have.
So yes, proven in the athletes, yes.
But the whole full picture.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
That said, Mayhem affiliates, Mayhem athletes, Mayhem
being involved in every conversation about the sale of CrossFit.
Right. But like Mayhem 25.1 announcement, Mayhem Classic. Like I would say Mayhem has done more in the space this year than any other camp outside of the competition floor. I don't know where you want to put it. Do we want to just put it in sport?
No, yeah, I think it's all in. It's just the camp.
I want to say it's like,
yeah.
yes, I agree with those two. If you're talking pure athletes and what they've done this year, but if you want to talk camp and the whole thing, Mayhem should be in that conversation.
I think if you're looking at it like a Venn diagram of all the different components, like some people's athlete circle will be bigger than others, if you know what I mean, and some people's overall size of all the different circles will be bigger than everybody else's. But I think proven, like Nick has proven, to be an inspired choice as CEO. I think that those people as a group are so open, same with Mayhem, so open, and Brood as well, I guess, of like, hey, come and talk to us, ask us anything you want, like we'll come on shows, we'll do whatever. Like they know how to play ball. And then their athletic performance or whatever, the performance of their athletes is pretty crazy as well. I
agree. I wanted to throw them in the conversation because I feel like they've earned that. And I would say brute, if you wanted to use the Sinclair formula of like quality, brute might be the best one. It's so small. Yet
they don't offer.
Their athletes are so good.
Yeah.
My pushback on that is their brand is weak.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm just trying to say it in a different way.
Brute's
know,
brand is
I've
really
said
weak,
this on
and,
other
like to the
shows.
point where they put up something about doing Gen Pop programming, and I genuinely had no idea it existed.
Me either.
I was like, "Oh, when did you launch this? 18 months ago." It's like, "Oh, cool."
Whoops.
They just need a better. They need a CMO or something. I think.
I excluded
yeah.
the bit about Mayhem being involved in other stuff. When I think camp, I think what can you do
Athletes.
for the athletes?
That was part of my question.
Yeah.
It's like where are we putting?
I think the only reason that Mayhem are in this conversation is because of what they're able to do away from the competition floor. And I mean like not athletes. Do you know what I mean? Obviously the Mayhem Classic is part of the competition floor, but I mean they have not been as successful as they have historically with athletes this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially compared to Brood and Proven. But the influence that they have on the space is unmatched. But I do think the only reason it's unmatched is because Proven have not been around as long. And I think in time, if they keep going the way they're going, they will have the same level of influence. Anyway, they didn't, Mayhem didn't win it. So your camp of the year.
Matt Torres.
Brute.
Wow.
Look at L. That was the hardest one to do because there's no pictures of him without a fucking hat. And there's no pictures of him because he deletes his social media every 2 weeks. So camp of the year, 44% is Brute. And I'm guessing the reason that they're thinking that is they think, wow, Jason won it. James was on the podium. Dallin was just off it. Last year, it was basically the same. James won it. Dallin was on the podium. Jason was just off it. They're thinking of feed. Do you know what I mean? They've had like success. Second place, Proven, 30%. They were on like 44% Brute, 30% for Proven. Mayhem, 18%. HWPO were fourth. I mean, by what metric?
Above.
Existing.
Yeah. And then Training Think Tank were fifth. You have to think HWPO and Training Think Tank, no disrespect to either of them, is largely a legacy pick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, congratulations to Brute. Matt Torres, Coach of the Year and Training Camp of the Year. All right. We've done Coach. We've done Training Camp. Now we're getting into it. All right. Podcast of the Year, I think, is next. Yeah. Wow, look at that picture. Podcast of the Year is next. All right. So I put this up as Podcast of the Year, best podcast of 2025. And my assumption was that people would look at it as like show.
This.
Not episode, like
right.
Brand almost. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well,
so that's what I'm asking you guys, because I just don't want you guys to say, well, on the 12th of February, you know what I mean? I want like best show. So
Tyler, episode or entire overarching channel?
You're talking brand, podcast brand.
Like a series.
So like not episode 53 of The Spin.
Gotcha.
But you could pick The Spin. Tyler, what's yours?
I will give my answer, but I omitted my answer.
Why?
We all operate in the same domain, but different functions. And it felt weird to me to vote for one because you can't compare Hiller to The Spin. It's two different channels.
But Hiller isn't a podcast, though.
Right.
That would be the vlog.
That's why I put in YouTube channel. To stop people.
Oh, I see. The point still stands. Like comparing Sevon to The Spin is hard to do. It's a little easier than Hiller, but I would say The Spin. We've grown in reach. We're still beating you.
Oh yeah, by a lot.
Hey, let's not talk about.
I thought it was
a lot. All right.
I thought it had actually gotten way closer than. But I think we have grown in scope. We have not phased. You know, our views haven't gone down. We're trying to expand what we've been doing. And then Spin's a juggernaut on himself.
Drinking milk, whatever it takes.
Eating chips on Wednesday.
You're gonna die. It's gonna be great.
Are you doing the hot
That-
chip on Wednesday?
Yeah, that'd be
Yep.
fine. I'm not worried about that one. The milk
New
one, I
Year's
was.
Bro,
It'd be fine.
ruin
No,
your
let
night.
him. He did the same thing with the milk. He said it was going to be easy, and look what
The
happened.
milk one, the milk. A couple days out, I was like, I'm fucked.
Problem is, you're gonna need to bring the milk back for that one.
Best CrossFit podcast on a Wednesday night.
Undefeated in
Yeah.
that category.
On a Thursday morning, if you're me.
But
Um,
I'm happy with how our reach is and our scope has changed over the past year.
Okay. Chase.
I'm assuming that this is an okay pick, but far and away, it's Kill Taylor.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not okay. Yeah, go on, make your case. It's not a podcast, but no more than
It's
Tyler
no more
picking
than-
Mayhem as male social media of the year. I'll allow it.
I mean, I don't see it too dissimilar from the view and production of Spin. Like, I would never sit down and listen to the Spin as a podcast because there's so much visual to it. I don't think it is like
I only
exclusively
listen to it.
audio only.
You do got to
Right.
keep your eye out on John. It's a whole different viewing
Right.
experience.
I only listen to it, and then if something happens and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I'll pick up my phone to look at it.
But yeah, I see it as that. It would be no different than watching Kill Tony.
Yeah, fair.
That's just a whole thing to me. And what Kill Taylor has done in the space, what Taylor has done, putting himself out there every week.
It's crazy.
Now to me, it's finally really like hitting more people and athletes are showing up. And regardless of what the price is out there, but it's just
Tyler's loving this.
so
I got to say,
I think it is. I mean, like,
if it doesn't fall in the category, that's kind of, I was a little gun shy on.
no, it's fine. But I think it is crazy that Victor Hoffer won $6,000 in 5 minutes.
Dude, I think that was the greatest thing
was
that could have
nuts.
happened for
Here,
that
even
stuff.
with the $500, when I won regional or
I
a
thought you
semi-
was going to say Kill
I
Taylor. I was
didn't
When
like,
he won the swimming workout.
no, yeah, what
that I regularly go watch that episode.
people
There's so much
forget.
in that.
Like, there's so much to that one episode that like people forget that I thought I was on the show the whole time. I was on the show. I was on my phone in the pool dying for an hour. And I was on the show for like 20 seconds, 3 seconds at a time. I was talking. I was making jokes. No idea I wasn't on.
And it's still your podcast of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, that's mine.
I mean, if people talk about opportunity for the athletes or just even everyday people, I mean, you're not like, it's unmatched. It's crazy. Bill, what's yours?
I don't think that there's any way to say that it couldn't be Sevon's. The Sevon podcast is the podcast of the year. Just in not because we all have pieces on it and we've all been in it. We've all the Kill Taylor, which everything that Chase said was absolutely right about what Kill Taylor is and what it's done for the space. But the fact that show, and when I say that show, I'm basically saying Sevon, but like that show can go into, I mean, pick a damn topic. It is all the effing over the place. We have CrossFit stuff. We have sale of CrossFit. We have what's happening in the Middle East. We have gender issues. We have shows that come up on every fitness competitive competition. Hey, we'll get on there and do our own broadcast and rebroadcast and pre and post show. That what information and what outreach that Sevon's podcast has is, I mean, unbelievably amazing. The amount of hours that dude puts into that show blows my mind.
You know what the craziest thing. So I agree. I think Sevon's podcast is just unmatched because of its range. And I'm even removing, like, if you remove Jenny, Kill Taylor, like Sousa's show, you remove all those offshoots and you just stick to like the trunk. And you just stick to the shaft.
The root?
If you will.
Like he has weekly shows with Greg. You're not going to get that anywhere else. He has games update shows, usually weekly, like when the season kicks off.
Mm.
He has shows that he does every day with Caleb where he could talk about anything. He has games athletes, he has flat earthers, he has whatever, whoever, it doesn't matter. He'll find common ground and he's able to engage with them. And, you know, it's just crazy. I think the most impressive thing about it is that you cannot watch it for 2 weeks and you will not feel lost if you just jump back in, because there's no. It's like you can just watch a games show and follow along and understand everything that's being talked about. And then if you went back and be like, geez, he had a guy who believes that there's no salt in the ocean on this morning. You know what I mean? It's like so far removed, but there's no annoyance. There's no feedback from it or buzz like that. It doesn't annoy anything else that happens on the channel, which is really cool. Yeah, that's probably why he won Podcast of the Year. Look at that.
That might take the cake for the best one so far. Damn.
Is like just looks like a fucking MI5 agent or something. Yeah, I think it's crazy, and it's crazy well deserved, and it's like just the endurance. You know what I mean? Like the if he doesn't do it himself every day at whatever time, 7 a.m., someone else is in.
Yeah.
He'll do it in a hotel when he's traveling. He'll do it whenever, Christmas Day, doesn't matter. He'll do it. And if he can't, Blinton's will be on, or Jenny, or Sousa, or Caleb, like freaking out because Sevon's power went or whatever. There'll be somebody on.
That was so great.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's a podcast. What else is it?
I don't know what
no, that's
it's interview. It's interview. It's conversation.
Definitely not a podcasty.
That would be like saying that Joe Rogan's not a podcast.
It's not an award-winning podcast, that's for sure.
The wild thing about what Sevon's done is he's just doing his thing, but that has become the standard to where anyone that is remotely in our space, like that's what they're trying to shoot for, and it makes it really hard. Like like anyone that's wanting to start their own show, it's hard not to compare yourself to what he's done and be like, oh, damn, I'm not funny enough. I'm not sarcastic enough. I don't have enough high energy. I don't have enough like all of the things. He makes the bar so unbelievably high for people to shoot for that it's really daunting. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's just out there just kind of playing and burping and saying he's got to go take a piss and drinking his coffee and whatever. He's just like, the thing is, like, if you know Sevon, like he's just being Sevon.
Yeah.
He's just hanging out. That's just him. And he's genuinely good at having conversations with people where I mean he doesn't just shred people up. He gives everyone their due time. He lets them talk. He can find common ground with people which even though he'll have arguments on there, but like even though he has arguments with his people, he's like, oh, you guys are great. You got to come back on, be back on. I mean, it's what he's done is impressive.
Well, he's genuinely inquisitive, for one. And I would say it's like, just as someone is like, I'm not a big interviewer guy, but I take a lot of how to navigate those things from what Sevon does.
Totally.
Like the follow-up questions are like, that's the key to a great interview, but also being engaged and entertained and with it. And he just does it. He does it to a level that like no one can match.
And you know that it's important to him because every time someone doesn't do that, everyone's blown up on the chat.
And I would like to say this too, except you, Pedro. Like your ability to talk to people and actually have what some would assume is like polarizing, hard, awkward conversations so casually is incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, I think someone mentioned that JR has a show. So Shut Up and Scribble was a separate option. So was Get With The Programming. So was, they were all separate.
I don't think Get With The Programming made the list.
It did. Get With The Programming is on the best.
We were in the other
list.
category. Okay.
No,
we were in the other.
You guys were pissed that you weren't. You guys were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
13,
8.
14, 15, 16.
You guys were 8.
We were below one person.
You beat Shut Up and Scribble.
Oh. Wow.
By 0.1%. but still.
So me and Bill
Counter.
voted. JR didn't vote, and Taylor did.
All right. 5th place, the Rich Froning podcast.
That's fair.
4th place, mine.
Nice.
3rd place, The Spin. 2nd place, Boys Interrupted.
Fair.
Which, I mean, when you think about it, started with like 0 episodes in January and has grown to be a big draw for people. I do think that they don't need to do anything, but if I was them, I'd be advising them to, spread out a little bit. And like, I think Dallon's going on Sevon's, Jason's been on Sevon's of mine, Dallon's been on mine, but I think they do need to, like Justin especially needs to just unblock me. That's what I'm driving at. But I think, they've done amazingly well. And Sevon's in first with 3% more than Boys Interrupted.
That's
Wow.
Which is
crazy.
probably
3?
getting pissed off at. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say for the Boys Interrupted, I was fully expecting that to last 6 months at the most. And
Same.
they've
Same.
gotten better.
I
which
thought that
is-
was going to be daughter podcast 2.0, but they've actually gotten better and they've added to it and they've improved and they brought James on, and it's like, it's entertaining and it's funny and it's the same as The Spin. And I will say, so like, get with the programming and shut up and scribble make me think and care about programming when I just honestly couldn't give a fuck about it. So that's a really difficult task.
It's a nerd show for sure.
Yeah.
The Spin and Boys Interrupted I like for the same reason. I probably prefer The Spin, maybe just out of longevity because I've listened to it longer. But it's really entertaining to sit and feel like you're part of a group of 3, like you're part of a group of 4 talking about CrossFit. Like no one's listening to you because you guys can't hear me, but you still feel like you're involved in the conversation. It's casual and whatever else. I will say, I've listened to a lot of podcasts with John Young and he can be really fucking annoying. Was it the last show that you guys did when he drank the milk is the most annoying he has ever been on any show he has ever appeared on.
Annoying in what way?
Ever. So he consistently interrupted to announce that he was going to drink the fucking milk and that he's going to go and get the milk and that he's go. So you guys are talking about the sale and he's like, I'm going to go get my milk. And it's like, just fucking go. Like, why are you announcing it?
The sale one got me a little bit. I was like, John, this is like a super serious freaking thing right now.
The only actual relevant, important, serious, like straight brow bit of the show. And then, so correct me if I'm wrong, right? Because I was listening to most of this. Milk is a liquid that comes in a container that it's possible to drink from, right?
Yeah. He puts Ovaltine in it.
But why does he put it in a fucking steel pitcher or whatever?
To be the loudest possible
like the
fucking
loudest
thing.
possible. I was driving to the airport and I was like, there's something wrong with my car. Like, what is that rattling noise? There's something wrong. And then I was like looking around being like, it's not a wheel. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is. And I looked at it and saw him with this steel. I was like, he is a full retard. Like, that was it. That was tipped over the edge when I saw that.
In
the spirit of the word retard, I just got in trouble today for having John on the show last week and him saying the word retard.
Amazing.
Yep.
Hey, look at my
I will
wrist.
say, having said all of that,
real hard today.
having said all of that, I love John. But God, I was like, fuck, I actually might turn the show off. This is really pissing me off. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to keep this to an hour. 2 hours ago, yeah. I do think that
nuts.
The Spin is just, it's fantastic. I think what you guys do, the fact that even when there's nothing to talk about, you find something to talk about.
That's all
is
Spin.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really impressive. And yeah, really consistent, which is great, which is exactly what you need. Same as Sevon. Like, it's just the consistency. And I know how hard the consistency is because I've been incredibly inconsistent the last 2 months because my kids are just sick all the fucking time now. Like, it's crazy.
And Bill has deleted our YouTube channel. How good we've been in December.
All right.
I so bad wanted to say something when we were on the CrossFit on your CrossFit podcast. I'm like, hey, we should think about doing this. We have podcast stuff. This is
Start a
cool.
podcast.
Speaking of YouTube channels, YouTube channel of the year.
Hmm.
For a second there, I thought I spelled channel wrong.
Is this a landslide?
All right. Hands up if you think Hiller. There you go. I will say, just before we get on to Hiller, I think honorable mentions. So if you look at the variety of Sevon's channel, it is fucking insane the amount of arrows in the quiver, or whatever way you want it, like weapons in the arsenal. Like Jenny's
Ammo
shows,
downrange.
Dude.
Suze's shows,
Yep.
Kill Taylor, Sevon's daily shows, the shows with Greg, the games update shows, the syndicate coverage, the NorCal coverage, crash coverage,
Shut up and scribble.
Shut Up and Scribble, stuff about the sale, stuff about the earth is flat, stuff about
Isn't
Taylor's
that
house.
is the base show?
The
one?
base show.
Yeah, Jake on the base show. What's your man's name? Dale Saran. He comes on. Like,
Yeah.
it is insane. The Glintons and Jenny do a show on Sundays. Like, it's insane how broad that is. But yeah, just to get out of the way, Hiller, who looks like a character in Malcolm in the Middle or something.
He does. He looks
Really
like the
does.
oldest brother.
You know what's great is that both of his eyes are the same size. In this.
It was AI fixed that.
He's unmatched, right? It's just fucking crazy.
What he's done this year. Like, even when he did how many videos did he do straight when he first really started?
One a day, wasn't it, for a year?
One a day for
Over
a year.
Yeah.
Like, even with that, what he's done this year, and now getting into these more long form mini doc series and reels, it's so good. The quality is incredible. You cannot argue about how hard he works to do these. Whether you like what he does or not, you still have to respect like what he does and why, and how unapologetic he is for why he's doing the things he's doing. Like, there's never a misunderstanding of what he's trying to do. He'll just say it. And the craziest thing is, like, when he's putting himself as this human guinea pig in front of everybody, whether it's anything that with biomech peptides or BPC or testosterone. And now, like, the craziest thing to watch him do is to do this GLP stuff. Is wild just to see what happens. Like, that's insane that he does not only content with everybody else, but he uses himself, like his body, and someone would argue his health to a certain degree.
And it's just him.
Just him.
Like, so Sevon it's really impressive what he does, but he has a lot of help organizing all that from Sousa, and he has a lot of people who are like, I'll do it, and, want to do it. But it's literally just Hiller, which is even more nuts when you think about it, that all the videos that are filmed and edited are filmed and edited by him. He goes, he does it, and he comes back and he finishes it. He does all the daily, like the kind of opinion piece, talking head type videos. He does himself. He comes up with the concept. He does it. He posts. Like, he put up a thing the other week. He's like over 100,000 views more in the last 30 days in World Fitness Project, which was on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fucking, it's crazy.
He's a professional in a way that nobody else around us is. Like, of the people to get drafted to work at HQ and be in their media department, I think all of us would be like, if you picked me, you're picking the wrong dude. You need to pick Hiller.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Well, I'd see what they were
dudes.
offering first, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's 6 dudes worth of a person.
Yeah. Yeah, his work ethic is really unfathomable.
That's a part that I don't think people get. I mean, his authenticity in his pure honesty without emotion is one thing. The videos that he's done that I think that blow my mind the most is when he's giving cinematic advice on this should be shot here, too many cuts here, this should be this way, drag in this way, push back this way. And the only way you're going to get that is either one, you've got years and years and years and years of expertise, or two, you've done so much. Or yeah, maybe a little bit. You've done so much work and study to learn all of the things. I mean, using all the AI and all that kind of stuff, but like to really learn what is the best way this is going to be? How does this algorithm work? What is this supposed to look like? That guy is like, if you wanted to learn all the things there is to learn about YouTube, he is a walking masterclass. How, can you buy views? Can you buy comments? Can you do this? What does this do? How much does that cost? How can you track, if they're real views or not views? How can you track how this one's doing versus that one? What should it be doing? What shouldn't it be doing? I mean, the information that he has, I think that's why he's so good at doing this all by himself, because he's got so much and he's running on such a fast speed with all that information. To send it out to someone else would actually slow him down, I think.
Even when he's wrong, he's entertaining as well.
Yeah.
Also, this is a poor take. Hiller doesn't have kids, so he has time to be Hiller. No, Hiller is Hiller because he wants to be Hiller. And I think even if he had 5 kids, he'd be the same. Like, he coaches people, he programs, he visits, like, he does it anyway.
Mm-hmm. What's crazy is his volume has increased in the last 2 months. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to this, but he's putting more, like, Hiller is putting out more shit than he's ever putting out. What the hell is that?
Second channel is going to pass my first channel.
Well, he also didn't believe in Christmas, right? So he wasn't worried about the Christmas things.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like his, but it's the same. Like Sevon's the same. Hiller's the same. Like, there's a lot of the same, but it's the generosity of time as well. Like that, even when he's doing all that shit and he's whatever, like, he'll randomly, if I put out a video, he'll randomly, without asking, send me like a list of
changes,
feedback. Like, why did you not use music here? Why did you use music here? You shouldn't have. Or like, why did you ask him this question? Why did you not ask him a follow-up? Why did you leave your voice out? Why did you put your voice in here? Like, on timestamps. Yeah. And then I'll go back and watch and be like, fuck, why did I do that? He's done it for one of my gym visits. He did a live show where he did the feedback live. And it's just like, it's invaluable stuff. And I think if you pay attention, like if World Fitness Project paid attention to what he said, which it looks like they did, because they improved a lot of the shit that he complained about in the second one or whatever it was, for the first one to the second one. Yeah. It's invaluable. Like, that's worth a shit ton of money.
Dude, when he did it, I'm like, why are you doing this? Stop.
But he's crazy generous. Like, I have a lens coming in the mail largely because of Hiller. Like, he's just like, I'm looking at this monitor because of Sevon. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
well, when he travels to see these athletes, he's not getting paid to do it. He's just doing it. He
has to hit. Yeah.
But he's also, now he has a reputation of, like, he's built himself to the level that people will click a video because of his reputation, as well as because of the thumbnail, the title, like all the other stuff. People are like, oh, Hiller put out a video, I'm going to watch it. And now he has that reputation with athletes where they'll open up to him because other athletes have opened up to him and benefited from it and not been burned or damaged. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which requires a lot of work too.
Him going to Korea, like what he just did for the entire affiliate community in South Korea, like just bringing that whole thing to life is more than anyone ever around the world, no matter what competition they travel to bring attention to that. It's not even close. Hiller did that on his own dime.
Crazy.
How many competitions has Hiller been to, though? Probably not enough.
How many have you been to? Like 4?
Has he ever been to the Balkans?
Never.
Piece of shit. All right. News source of the year.
So basically, I'm gonna have to jump after this one.
What?
Oh, really? You're gonna wait for this one?
after this one.
No, you're gonna like the next one. We've only got 2 more. We've got this one and one more. You're gonna like the next one. The next one, you're not picking it. The news source of the year. So obviously the 2 options are basically barbell spin and morning chalk up. And before people start saying, well, obviously because it's you, so morning chalk up shared this survey as well. So it's not as if it's just, whatever. So are we all going for barbell spin?
Yes.
Yeah. I think morning chalk up is in the conversation because of legacy. I think that we've talked about Hiller being a one-man show. Mm-hmm. And spin, it's unbelievable how fast he is, how much stuff he puts out, how regularly he puts it out, and he has a job. That's pretty stressful
Yes.
at times.
How accurate. he is.
And I think it's just consistently, like, if you look, whatever metric you want to look at, if you want to look at, like, right, how many views does it get? How much social media engagement does it get? How regularly are the stories put out? How, like, important are the stories that are put out? Like, whatever metric you look at, it's just better. And I think the vote sort of reflected that. So the news outlet of the year, that's the worst picture. It just would not do. Again, a guy.
Well, I was going to say,
basically
what's funny is like this is probably pulled directly from his corporate website job. Like this
he has
is
no fucking online presence. This guy.
On purpose.
All right, so Spin had 84%.
Wow.
And Morning Chalk Up had 15%.
damn.
No others. There was no others on that, and like nobody.
With Morning Chalk Up posting this, that even
Yeah.
speaks louder.
Mm-hmm.
Because your fans had a chance to show out and they didn't.
Paper Sheet Coffee. You should go to papersheetcoffee.com, buy some Soma. The interesting thing, it is impossible to find Spin photos, especially because every time I go to type his name in, I'm like Brian P. Brian Spin.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh yeah.
But it is, I can't say it, but it is, it is remarkable. And as well, the impact that he has, or the reach that he has, is the same. So like when Hiller shared the survey, it had a huge spike. When Spins shared the survey, it had a huge spike. Like there's others, when others shared, it was just like nothing changed. You know, like 10 people did it. You know what I mean? And it was probably getting to a stage where like so many people had shared it that it's a shared audience at that point. And like they're like, I've already done that, or I'm not interested in that anyway. But I just thought it was interesting.
I know the page views last year were something around 6 million on the website. I know it's going to be way more this year because his content production went way up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's like, it's really impressive what he does, and the podcast as well. Like the Spin is really good. Okay, last topic. I'm just going to give you the three in order of third, second, and first for quote of the year.
Oh.
So JR regularly compiles lists. He keeps running lists. So
He does. It's so
You
weird.
guys, man.
I'm so glad he does though.
Yeah.
So it was basically a three-way tie because it was three really fucking standout ones. So one of them is from John Young talking about the CrossFit Games media department between the years of 2020 and 2024. Said on a show, whoever's in charge of doing things has no idea what they're doing and has dementia and can't form a sentence and falls down steps on an airplane and can't ride a bike. Which is just insane. And the second tied, the top three one was from Sevon when he was asked or talking about if he could beat up John Woolley. He said, I'm crazy coordinated. You can wake me up at 5 a.m. and I can juggle balls. Which again is just like fucking. There's about 45 quotes on this.
Damn.
But the one I went for, which I think is the best, is from Brian Friend.
Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
God.
Who said on the video with Hiller, said, I've been picking last place finishers at meaningful fitness competitions longer than anyone. Which I just think as a quote is just, as a sentence to say is just fucking amazing.
Brian said that?
I've been picking last place finishers at meaningful fitness competitions longer than anyone. It's just incredible. But there's so many. Like Caleb talking about the Livermore superintendent, the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hole.
Oh, dude, I remember that one. That's right. Big old hoop earrings. Oh.
John Young on Frackout. She's on the Holocaust diet. This was recently on the Spin. John Young to PC. I will turn the hate on you so badly. There's one from me talking about Halpin's character. Speaking of brave, I punched a midget yesterday. That wasn't me. That was Black John Young. Oh, another great one. This is my wife's favorite one. JY on BKG. He's been retired 5 years, but he keeps showing up. which is
Oh,
remarkable.
I'm so glad JR saves all those. What a
It's amazing. Okay, that's the end of our 2025 Guai awards. Hopefully 2026 has as much shit to talk about. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. On New Year's Day, I'm going to do 2 calories per new subscriber, and I've only got fucking 60 calories or something to do, so it's just going to take me like 25 seconds.
Damn.
Incoming killer buying viewers.
Yeah, the spin is on New Year's Day this week. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at the usual time though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll watch it the day after. I've no more shows this week, I don't think.
Yes,
Oh shit, yeah. Fuck, I forgot about that. New Year's Eve.
Thanks, dude.
Me and Chase. I'm going to be on the CrossFit Games. The what's it called? The Sport and Fitness Podcast.
What a fitness podcast.
I'm going to be playing strip poker.
Yep.
That's why I got the standing desk.
Yeah.
Also why I'll be wearing 3 coats.
You call me 40
4
coats.
pairs of socks.
So yeah, that's really exciting. What time is that at?
So
Your time,
it'll be noon central
which is
here in the States. So it's
6 p.m. my time.
Yes, 6 p.m. your time, and we are doing the top 10 moments of the 2025 CrossFit Games. So it's all ranked. You just got to react, and we've got some video and B-roll to go along with it. And we'll just work 10 to 1. And if John's on the show, he'll probably say
something bad,
retarded again, and I'll get in trouble and hate half my picks. But
Cool.
But Pedro's going to be on.
That's exciting.
Great.
So I was featured last week, obviously, with the Miriam von Rohr having a cramp.
Yeah, you
The
were.
And now I'm a guest on it. That's exciting.
Yes.
All right, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you all for coming on. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for my wife for saying, yeah, you're going to be longer than an hour, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Bill, happy Christmas, happy New Year. Tyler, same. Chase,
Same.
see you in a couple of days.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
everybody for watching. Good luck and God bless, and happy New Year. It's good. You can't say happy Christmas now, can you?
Thanks for
No.
continuing to watch
Christmas
all our
over.
shows.
Happy New Year's.
Yes.
Will's here.
Thanks. everybody.
Will's here.
Will.
Hey, Will.
The best gift of the year right there.
Love that guy.
Marriage of the year, Will Branson.
There you go.